Got a nice firewall 4-time Friday workout here for you. What we got is a nice 400-meter run to kick this off. 100 dumbbell shoulder to overhead, a 200-meter run, 100 single leg dumbbell RDLs, and then back through of a 200-meter run, 100 dumbbell shoulder to overhead, and then I'm finishing with a 400-meter run. So a nice 400-meter run sandwich there with a lot going on in the middle. So I hope you're hungry. All right. So if we're running today, hopefully you have a 200 or 400-meter run marked out. Okay, you are heading off of that run. When you come back in, you're doing the dumbbell shoulder overheads where it's a strict press, dumbbell push press, or dumbbell jerk. And then again, 200-meter run, dumbbell RDL. Okay, this can be with a lightweight or no weight, just making sure your back is flat and controlled all the way through. Okay, it's going to require some, a little bit of a slower movement there because your heart rate's going to be up and you don't want to be wobbling side to side. So make sure you're really concentrating on that movement. And then again, back through. So starting with a run. If you have a run, great, go for the run. If you don't, we have a modification here for you. For the 400-meter runs, okay, it's going to be 10 jumping jacks, 10 total butt kickers, and then 10 total high knees. All right, so both those are 5 each leg, and you're going to go through that 10 times. All right, so when you're going for the 400-meter run, you are going through this 10 times in place. When you're going for the 200-meter runs, you are going through it 5 times, so you're cutting that in half. All right, so what these are for you, the 10 jumping jacks, just regular in place, looking for hands in the air, feet wide, hands to the side. So 10 smooth jumping jacks. Try not to kind of go super fast. Make sure it's a full touch at the top and hands to your side. So you're looking for a full jump, get that heart rate up a little bit. The butt kickers, it's 5 each leg, again in place. Try to kick that butt. 5 each leg, count all the way up to 10, and then you can go right into the high knees, driving that knee high as you can there. All right, so again, you're rotating through that 10 rounds. For the dumbbell shoulder overhead, this is 50 each side, not 100 each side. So when you're picking your dumbbell weight, you should be able to get a total of 20 reps done before you may have to put it down and rest. Okay, that's at the very least. Your 3 options are strict press, push press, and push jerk. Your first option, once you pick that dumbbell up, get to the front rack position, feet are gonna be underneath the hips, your core is gonna be super tight, you're gonna have your elbow up nice and tall. I'm gonna take a deep breath in. First option, if you have a really light dumbbell, challenge yourself with a strict press, driving that dumbbell to the sky, bicep to the ear. If your dumbbell's on the medium side, okay, but still kind of on the lighter side, but you want to do a push press, your good option here is keeping that elbow nice and tall. Feet are still going to be underneath the hips. I'm going to dip, keep my weight in my heels to a quarter squat, and I'm driving out of the hole, and as soon as my hips open, I'm going to punch that dumbbell to the sky. Dumbbell comes back to the shoulder, quick dip, and I'm driving that dumbbell to the sky. So both options there, that elbow's always up. Now the last option, the push jerk, okay, it's a dip, drive, and then you're sitting underneath that weight into a quarter squat before we re-stand. So same thing with that bicep to the ear. Again, it's a dip, drive, and a re-dip underneath that dumbbell. So you want to feel yourself drop as fast as you can in that quarter squat. So your first option again, strict press. Second option, push press. Last option, dip, drive, and re-dip. If you want to get a little fancy with it, you can go ahead and pick a couple different options there. So maybe you do the first couple strict press, then you want to push press and then push jerk. Because again, it's up to you for dumbbell shoulder overhead. That dumbbell just has to get from your shoulder to overhead for the rep to count. Again, 50 each arm, don't do 100 each arm. 200-meter run, we know that modification, you can go for the run or get those jumping jacks, butt kickers, and high knees. The middle movement here, so there's 50 each leg of a single leg dumbbell RDL. Like I was saying in the beginning, you can do this with no weight or the light weight. With no weight, I'm gonna be balancing on one leg. My other foot that's off the ground is bent. My knee that's on the ground is slightly bent. I'm keeping my core super tight. My chest is up, and both hands are gonna reach down towards the floor with a tall chest. I'm keeping my core tight. I feel a nice tight pull on the back side of my leg, and then I'm standing back up. I'll take a deep breath in, tall chest going down, and then breathe out coming up. Maybe you'll get 10 on one side, and then switch 10 on the other, all right? But either way, your heart rate's gonna be up at this point, so make sure you're concentrating and not going really fast, flopping down towards the ground, rounding that back. It wants to be slow and controlled, where we're making sure we're feeling that nice tight pull on the backside of our hand. If you're gonna be using a lightweight or a dumbbell, two options on how to hold it. Your first option, a little bit easier. You can hold one end of the dumbbell. Okay, and this way it makes it a little bit easier to touch the ground, or at least get a little bit closer to it. Either way, I'm making sure both shoulders are going down together and coming up together. I'm not reaching towards the ground with one side, okay, and letting the other one fly up. Other option is just holding it by the handle, still a soft bend in my knee. I'm reaching both shoulders together, so I'm imagining I have the dumbbell in this hand and I'm coming back up. So I'm controlling, flat back, and then standing tall. So the biggest thing is that back flat, chest up, and just a slight bend. What we really don't want to see is you start with a soft bend and then you squat down, okay, with that knee. Once you soft bend that knee, it has to stay with a soft bend the entire time, so you put that pressure in that hamstring. All right, so that's 50 each leg. Once you get through there, you're going back through that 200-meter run, another 50 each side, that dumbbell shoulder overhead, and then finishing with a 400-meter run. As always, for those runs, just make sure you're substituting here with those modifications. Looking to be around 20 minutes for this one. It's a 25-minute cap. Good luck with this. Have fun.